Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring this article. It's called After 65, This One Daily Ritual Can Add Years to Your Life. And it's funny.
Yeah.
The answer is actually super simple.
Well,
It's all about exercise.
what's really interesting about this is that we're always looking for like the most complex solutions.
Right.
Anti-aging this and anti-aging that. But this article reminds us that the simplest things can have the most profound impact.
I love that. So before we get into all the amazing benefits, can we just sort of set the stage?
Yeah.
We all know aging is natural, but how we age is hugely affected by, lifestyle choices.
Absolutely.
It's not just about avoiding illness. It's about maintaining our independence, our mental sharpness, how we feel emotionally.
That's right.
And that's where exercise comes in.
Exactly, because if we think about it, as we age, we start to face challenges like, muscle loss, stiff joints, maybe some cardiovascular decline. And exercise really helps us address all of those things.
I love that. Okay, so this article, it blew me away with all the benefits. I'm excited to share them.
Yeah.
So first up, increased longevity.
Okay.
Now, we've all heard about the World Health Organization recommendation.
Yeah.
150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise every week.
At least.
And at least 2 days of strength training.
Yes.
What I found fascinating is that even 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference.
It's true. And when we talk about moderate intensity, for seniors, we're thinking brisk walking, maybe water aerobics, cycling, something that, gets your heart rate up.
Gets you moving?
But you can still hold a conversation.
Right.
And the impact on longevity is huge.
Huge.
Studies show that regular, moderate intensity exercise can add years to your life.
That's incredible.
And not just years, but healthy, active years. Like years you can really enjoy.
Imagine maintaining independence well into your 70s, 80s, 90s.
Absolutely.
That's the kind of future we're talking about. And it's not just about living longer.
No.
It's about feeling good, feeling vibrant.
Exactly. And that vibrancy extends to our mental health as well.
I was going to say, let's talk about the brain.
Okay.
Because, depression, cognitive decline, those are
Big ones.
big concerns, for seniors. But what's amazing is that exercise can actually prevent these things or even improve the symptoms if you're already experiencing them.
That's right.
I mean, that's incredible. Less reliance on medication,
Yeah.
better mood, boosted cognitive function.
It's powerful.
But how does exercise actually work its magic on the brain?
So when you exercise, your brain releases these feel-good chemicals called endorphins.
Okay.
And they have mood-boosting effects. So
like a natural antidepressant.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exercise also increases blood flow to the brain, which provides it with, the nutrients and oxygen it needs. And the most fascinating thing, studies have shown that exercise actually makes your brain grow new cells.
Wow.
Especially in the hippocampus. That's the part of the brain that's responsible for learning and memory.
So, sharper memory, clearer thinking.
Yeah.
Lower risk of Alzheimer's.
It's amazing what a little bit of movement can do.
And the benefits don't stop there. Let's talk about something that's super important for maintaining our independence, mobility.
Yeah.
As we get older, it's natural to lose muscle mass. Bone density goes down. We become less flexible, which makes everyday stuff a little more challenging.
It really does.
So is there anything we can do about that?
Well, the good news is that specific types of exercise can actually combat these changes.
Yeah.
So, for example, weight-bearing exercises like walking, dancing, even climbing stairs, they stimulate bone-building cells.
Really?
Yeah. And that helps maintain bone density and reduce the risk of osteoporosis and fractures.
That makes total sense. What about muscle mass and flexibility?
Yeah. So for building muscle, strength training is key.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be, heavy weights at the gym.
Right.
It can be simple body weight exercises like squats, lunges, push-ups.
I can do those.
Exactly. And then for flexibility, yoga and Pilates.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic options. They improve your range of motion, but also help with balance.
Which is so important.
Absolutely. It's crucial for preventing falls.
So weight-bearing exercise, strength training, and yoga or Pilates.
Yeah, like a multi-pronged approach.
Sounds like there's something for everyone.
For everyone, no matter what your fitness level.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, we can't forget about one of the most vital organs in our bodies.
Yeah.
The heart.
Heart health is a big one for many people.
Yeah, heart disease is a leading cause of death.
It is.
I'm sure lots of our listeners are wondering how exercise can help their hearts, especially as they age.
Well, aerobic exercise, things like walking, swimming, cycling, they actually strengthen the heart muscle. So it becomes more efficient at pumping blood.
Wow.
And this, benefits not just the heart, but every organ and tissue in the body.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And it lowers blood pressure.
Okay.
Reduces bad cholesterol, and raises the good cholesterol.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Just walking, something so simple can have such a big impact on our hearts.
It's like a natural heart tonic.
It really is. You know, what's really sticking with me through all this is that exercise isn't just about the physical side of aging.
Right.
It's about our minds, our emotions, even our social well-being.
You're absolutely right. And that's actually what we're going to explore next.
Awesome. I'm excited to dive into that. So Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back.
It's just amazing how something as simple as moving our bodies can have such a huge impact on our well-being.
I know, right?
Especially as we get older.
It's like exercise unlocks this hidden potential for vitality. And not just physically, like mentally, emotionally, even socially.
Yeah,
It's like we were talking about the tip of the iceberg before. Now we're diving deep.
Exactly. So in the first part, we focused on, tangible benefits, longevity, heart health, mobility. But now I think it's time to explore the often overlooked social and emotional benefits of exercise for, those over 65.
When I first read this article, what really stood out to me was how exercise can actually help with social isolation.
Oh, absolutely.
Which, unfortunately, is something a lot of seniors experience.
It's a big problem. And the impact of social isolation on health and well-being, I think it's often underestimated. It can lead to loneliness, depression, and even cognitive decline. But exercise, it's like this incredible connector. It really helps foster a sense of community and belonging.
It's like that saying, motion creates emotion.
Right.
Instead of feeling stuck or isolated, you're out there interacting with people, experiencing the joy of movement together.
Exactly. Think about it. Group fitness classes, walking clubs, dance classes, even just joining a gym or taking walks with friends. These are all opportunities to connect.
Right. With like-minded people.
Yes.
I was reading this article about a group of seniors who started a pickleball league.
Oh, wow.
They would meet several times a week, play pickleball, have these potlucks, and even organize social outings.
That's fantastic.
It became this amazing hub for them to socialize and stay active.
I love that.
And it completely changed their life.
It just shows how exercise can open the door to a much richer social life, especially as we get older. It's not just the physical activity, it's the shared experience, the laughter, the camaraderie.
It's everything.
Yeah, all the things that make us feel like we belong.
And speaking of belonging, I think that ties into the emotional benefits of exercise, too. It's so easy to feel like our purpose kind of fades as we get older.
It is, yeah.
Especially if we've retired or our roles have changed.
Absolutely, yeah. That sense of identity, accomplishment can feel like it's slipping away.
Right.
But exercise can help us reclaim that.
So setting a fitness goal.
Yes.
Mastering a new yoga pose.
Exactly.
Even just committing to a regular exercise routine.
Yeah.
Those can give us a sense of achievement.
Absolutely.
Self-efficacy, control.
It's like you're proving to yourself, hey, I'm still capable.
Yeah.
I'm still strong. I'm still growing.
It's such a powerful message.
So it is.
Especially when society often tells us the opposite about aging.
Exactly.
And that feeling of accomplishment, it goes beyond the physical, right?
It does.
It spills over into other areas of our lives.
Yeah.
Confidence, self-esteem, overall life satisfaction.
It's like exercise empowers us to really embrace this chapter of life.
I love that. I'm curious, the article mentioned that exercise can even affect how we see ourselves and our bodies as we age. It's like we're constantly bombarded with messages about aging being this decline.
Right.
But exercise offers a different perspective.
Yeah, it's a really important point. It's easy to get caught up in societal pressures.
Yeah.
To look and feel a certain way.
Especially for women.
Especially for women.
It's tough.
It is.
But exercise helps us shift our focus.
Yes.
From outward appearances to inward strength and resilience.
Exactly. It's not about how do I look. It's how do I feel.
And that's such an empowering shift.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. So we've talked about the social and emotional benefits, but let's get practical for a second. I'm sure some of our listeners are like, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I actually start?
That's a great question. And the good news is starting an exercise routine after 65 doesn't have to be complicated or intimidating.
Okay, good.
Remember, It's about progress, not perfection.
I love that.
The key is to find activities you enjoy that fit your lifestyle and that you could do safely and consistently.
You know, I remember when I first started exercising regularly,
Yeah.
I tried to do too much too soon.
I think a lot of us do that.
It's like I thought I had to hit the gym every day,
Yeah.
push myself to the limit, but I
Right.
just ended up burned out and injured.
It happens.
It wasn't until I started listening to my body,
Yeah.
finding activities I actually enjoyed,
Sure.
and incorporating them gradually,
That's the key.
that I started to see real results.
That's such a good point. It's about finding that balance
Yeah,
between challenging yourself and respecting your limits.
absolutely.
And exercise shouldn't feel like a chore.
No, it should be fun.
Exactly. It should be something you look forward to.
Right.
Something that brings you joy and a sense of accomplishment.
Okay, so where do we begin? Let's say someone's completely new to exercise,
Okay.
or maybe they haven't been active in a while.
Yeah.
What's a good starting point?
Walking is a great option for almost everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Low impact, accessible, and you could do it anywhere.
That's true.
Start with short walks around your neighborhood or local park.
Yeah.
And then, as you get stronger,
Yeah.
gradually increase the distance and intensity.
I think what holds a lot of people back is that fear of not being fit enough,
I know.
or feeling like they need to join a gym,
Right.
or buy fancy equipment.
Yeah.
But walking is a good reminder that movement can be simple,
Yeah.
accessible, and enjoyable.
Absolutely.
So as you get more comfortable with walking,
Yeah.
you can explore other things like swimming,
Yes.
water aerobics,
Mhm.
cycling, dancing, yoga.
There's so many options.
Yeah, the key is to experiment and find what you love.
Absolutely.
Now, what if someone has physical limitations
Okay.
or health concerns? Is it still safe for them to exercise?
That's a really important question.
Yeah.
If you have any pre-existing conditions
Yeah.
or concerns, it's always best to talk to your doctor before starting any new exercise program.
Yeah.
They can help you figure out what's safe and appropriate for you.
I love that you emphasize the personalized approach.
It's so important.
It's not about following some generic workout plan.
No, it's about tailoring it to
Yeah.
your own body and circumstances.
Exactly. And exercise isn't just about going to the gym, right? It's about incorporating movement into your everyday life.
Absolutely. Take the stairs instead of the elevator,
Oh, yeah.
park farther away,
Mm-hmm.
and walk a little extra. Do some gardening, yard work,
Yeah.
dance to your favorite music.
It's about finding those pockets of movement throughout your day
Yeah.
and turning them into opportunities for joy and vitality.
It's like weaving movement into the fabric of your life.
Beautiful.
Like
It's about making movement a natural part of who you are.
Yes.
Not something you force yourself to do.
That's right.
So we've talked about the benefits, how to get started, how to personalize your approach. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
Staying motivated can be tough,
It can be.
even for the most dedicated exercisers.
Yeah.
So what are some tips for maintaining that motivation
Yeah.
and making exercise a sustainable part of life after 65?
That's a great question, and one that we're going to dive deep into
Okay, great.
in the final part of our deep dive.
I'm excited for that.
We're going to explore strategies for overcoming hurdles,
Yeah.
setting realistic goals,
Mm-hmm.
and staying inspired on your journey to a more vibrant and fulfilling life.
Wonderful. Stay tuned, everyone.
We'll be right back.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, haven't we? We talked about the science behind it, the benefits.
Yeah.
We even got into some practical tips for getting started with exercise. But being realistic,
Yeah.
sticking with an exercise routine
Right.
can be tough.
It can.
Even when we know it's good for us, right?
Absolutely.
Some days I'd much rather curl up with a good book
Oh, me too.
than, lace up my sneakers.
Yeah, motivation can be tricky.
It really can.
But the good news is there are strategies, proven strategies, for building sustainable exercise habits, especially after 65.
Okay, so let's talk about the strategies.
Yeah.
What are some things we can actually do to make exercise a consistent part of our lives?
Well, one of the most important things is setting realistic goals.
Okay.
So instead of aiming for like an hour-long workout every day,
Right.
maybe start with something more achievable.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes of walking 3 times a week.
Yeah, I think that's where I've messed up in the past. It's like
Okay.
I'd set these huge goals
Yeah.
that felt impossible.
Right.
And then I'd get discouraged when I couldn't keep up.
It's setting yourself up for failure, almost.
It really is.
But if you start small
Yeah.
and celebrate those small wins,
Right.
it builds momentum.
I love that.
And a sense of accomplishment.
It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about making those small daily choices that add up over time. Now, what about finding an accountability partner?
Oh, that's huge.
I was going to say.
Having someone to exercise with, whether it's a friend, a family member, even a trainer, can make a world of difference.
I agree. I mean, having a workout buddy makes it more fun.
Yeah.
You stay more committed. Yeah. And they give you that extra push when you're not feeling it.
Absolutely. I remember when I trained for my first half marathon.
Oh, wow.
Having a running partner made all the difference.
Yeah.
We would encourage each other, celebrate our progress, and hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
On those days when,
you just don't want to.
You just want to stay in bed.
Exactly.
But it's not just the practical support, it's the social connection too.
Right. It becomes this shared experience, this chance to bond with someone, laugh together.
Have fun.
And support each other's goals.
Yeah. It's like you're weaving exercise into the fabric of your relationships.
I love that.
Which makes it more sustainable.
Absolutely.
It's not just this thing you check off a list.
Right.
It's something you look forward to.
Another thing that I think is often overlooked is making exercise fun.
Oh, absolutely.
If you dread working out, you're not going to stick with it.
It's true.
But if you find activities you genuinely enjoy, exercise becomes something you actually want to do.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to think exercise had to be this grueling, super sweaty ordeal.
Right.
But I've realized that movement can be joyful.
It can.
It can be dancing, swimming, hiking, gardening, even just walking in nature.
It's about finding what brings you joy.
Exactly.
A sense of aliveness.
It's like tapping into your inner child.
Yes.
That part of you that loves to play and explore.
And move freely.
When you approach exercise with that kind of playfulness, it becomes something you crave.
Yes.
Not something you have to force yourself to do.
That's the great way to put it.
And I think it's important to celebrate our progress along the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't just focus on the end goal.
Right.
Savor those small milestones.
Yeah, we're so conditioned to focus on what we haven't achieved.
Right.
That we forget to appreciate how far we've come.
Exactly. Whether it's walking 5 minutes longer, lifting a little heavier weight, or even just showing up consistently.
Yeah.
Those small victories deserve to be celebrated.
They do. And those celebrations don't have to be big. It could be a moment of acknowledging your effort.
Yeah.
Savoring a healthy meal. Taking a relaxing bath.
It's about reinforcing those positive behaviors.
Exactly.
And creating that positive feedback loop that keeps you going. Yeah. One thing this article didn't really touch on, but I think is so important, is the power of mindset.
Oh, mindset is everything.
It's about how we view aging, seeing it as a journey of growth and discovery, not as this inevitable decline.
It's a huge shift.
It really is.
Our beliefs about aging can really affect our experiences.
That's so true.
If we believe aging is all about decline, we're more likely to limit ourselves and miss out on opportunities for joy, for vitality.
Exactly.
But if we see aging as a new chapter, a time for exploration and growth, we open ourselves up to so much more.
It's like we're rewriting the narrative of aging.
Yes.
Challenging those old beliefs.
Exactly.
And creating a new story.
Yeah.
That's empowering and inspiring.
And full of life.
Full of life. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive.
It has.
I feel like I've learned so much about exercise after 65.
Me too.
And I hope our listeners have as well.
I hope so.
Before we go, I want to leave everyone with one final thought.
Okay.
What type of movement brings you the most joy?
Yeah.
The most energy? What makes you feel strong and capable?
That's a great question.
Connected to your body. Think about incorporating that into your daily routine.
Even if it's just for a few minutes each day.
Those small moments of movement, those little sparks of joy, they can add up to a lifetime of well-being.
It's true.
It's never too late to start.
Absolutely.
And it's never too late to rediscover the joy of movement.
So true.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you next time.